3 days after Jacob had left, Laban was told that Jacob had fled. Furious, Laban gathered his relatives and pursued Jacob for 7 days, finally catching up with him in the hill country of Gilead. But God came to Laban in a dream at night and warned him, saying, "Be careful not to say anything to Jacob, either good or bad." When Laban caught up with Jacob, he said, "Why did you run off secretly and deceive me? You didn't even let me say goodbye to my daughters and grandchildren. If you had told me, I would have sent you away with a feast." Laban continued, "Why did you steal my gods?" But Jacob, unaware that Rachel had taken them, replied, "Search our belongings. If you find anyone who has your gods, they shall not live." Rachel had hidden the idols inside her camel's saddle and was sitting on them. She told her father, "I cannot stand up because I am having my monthly period." So Laban searched, but found nothing. Jacob became angry and said, "For 20 years I worked for you. I took care of your flocks and never stole from you. If anything was lost, I bore the cost myself. If God had not been with me, you would have sent me away empty-handed." Laban said, "Let's make a covenant between us." So they gathered stones and made a heap, calling it Mizpah, meaning, "May the Lord watch between you and me when we are apart." Laban said, "This heap is a witness that I will not pass beyond it to harm you, and you will not harm me." That night, they shared a meal together. The next morning, Laban kissed his daughters and grandchildren goodbye and returned home. Sometimes conflicts arise even within families, but God calls us to resolve disputes peacefully. Just as Jacob and Laban made a covenant, we too should seek reconciliation and trust in God's protection.